Well, the Bishop City Council voted unanimously to appoint David B. Kelly as the new Bishop City Administrator. This was at the Bishop City Council meeting on Monday. David Kelly and his wife, Mrs. Jernan Kelly, were both in attendance on Monday evening and briefly introduced themselves. David Kelly has worked in the public sector for over 20 years and has served in many roles. Press release notes, just to name a few, he has served as an assistant public works director, a city administrator, a director for human resources and risk management, and an administrator for county commissioners. He has worked in Colorado, Washington, and Arizona. Mr. Kelly enjoys financial and data analyses and finding unique problems to solve and finding solutions to solve problems. David Kelly is a graduate of BYU with a degree in economics. He also holds a master's degree in public administration from the University of Colorado. Go Buffs. David Kelly has been actively involved in his church and with the Boy Scouts of America in various capacities. He served full-time mission and enjoyed service projects of all shapes and sizes. Press release says David Kelly has blended a family of 6 children, 4 girls and 2 boys, with 3 left at home. He and his wife also have 1 precious granddaughter. Family, big part of their lives. They enjoy spending time boating, fishing, hiking, and camping together. Should be right at home here in the Eastern Sierra. About a month ago, his family did their first mud run. David Kelly likes to garden, fix things around the house, and do genealogy. He started his new position with the City of Bishop on Tuesday. And Mrs. Kelly is currently the Chief Financial Officer of Youngstown, Arizona, and will be looking to continue her career in Bishop. We welcome David Kelly as the new Bishop City Administrator. Well, Deb Murphy has filed stories for SierraWave.net, including the numbers are in on Inyo County's adventure trails. Just shy of 4 years ago, the Inyo County Board of Supervisors approved an abbreviated adventure trails program. Tuesday, the Inyo board got a look at the numbers and impacts on those approved 7 routes. Now, the concept wasn't so much increased of the valley's open lands by off-highway vehicles, but rather the use of non-OHV streets to access the designated routes. But all the ire was directed at the OHV activity. The same can be said for the public comments at Tuesday's review of the first real report on the program. Now, that report itself showed little negative impact on the 7 designated routes. According to the LADWP, it was not apparent the use of roads have caused any visual impact on city property. Inyo County Sheriff's Department stated there were no accidents or complaints related to the projects. Also, Caltrans said the same thing. Now, according to a study conducted by Traffic Works, over a November weekend in 2015 and again in December 2016, the majority of users on the specific routes were driving pickups or Jeeps with an average of 100 total motorized users a day during that study period. Now, Randy Gillespie, who developed the initial program along with the late great Dick Knowles, was the first to speak at the public hearing. Gillespie's biggest issue was the self-imposed limited pilot program. Local businesses haven't seen much benefit, Gillespie said, because the routes aren't close to towns. Now, the Adventure Trails Group has continued to provide signage and route information both for the Adventure Trails program and on legal off-road areas, Gillespie said. Public comments were split between folks supportive of the program and those reporting abuses on trails, some of which weren't among the 7 designated routes. Doug Brown with campsites at Brownstown and Mill Pond said the program seemed to be just starting to catch on. Former Inyo County District 1 Supervisor Linda Arcularius wanted to see the 7 routes put in the context of the original 36 trail program. The program has great potential, Arcularius said. Speakers who had run into problems with OHV use stressed the importance of education. Earl Wilson objected to the intensity of off-road light bars when vehicles drove into Lone Pine. Now, according to George McDougall with the state parks, $9 million in grant funds are available for off-road use mitigation with a 10% match. He said 25% of those funds will go to restoration and 20% for law enforcement. The report is now headed to the California legislature as a summary of the Assembly and Senate bills that put the program into place. Deb Murphy also had a report on Inyo County Public Works taking back management of 3 community water systems. Now, beginning next month, Inyo County will take over operation of the water systems in Independence, Laws, and Lone Pine with a goal of upgrading the 100-year-old infrastructure and hopefully breaking even financially. Public Works Chris Cash made the case for the move from an outside contractor, Wilder Barton, to an in-house operation. Did that at Tuesday's Board of Supervisors meeting. The timing matches the end of Wilder Barton's contract. Now, system meters were installed at least 38 years ago. The independent system suffered a break in its main line last year, and the 3 systems are operating, Deb writes, on borrowed time. While the contractor is tasked with major repairs, emergency and small repairs have traditionally been done by Inyo County Public Works Department. Now, going forward, Cass said, we need to capture as much revenue as possible to maintain the systems. Now, according to Cash, Public Works internal costs for the systems are $127,000 on top of a $218,000 contract cost. Revenue from the systems comes to $375,000. We can do the contractor's work for $200,000, Cash said. Now, a Public Works employee is in the process of getting the required certification for water system operators. There may also be additional new hires to work part-time on the systems and part-time on other projects. Now, the Inyo supervisors balked on what looked like a small monetary gain, $18,000, by going in-house. But former department head and current Inyo CAO Clint Quilter explained the big cost savings will be on repairs. The savings will go into maintenance issues. The county hired a consultant last year to conduct a rate study on the 3 water systems. The results should come before the Inyo board within the next 2 months. Thank Deb Murphy for those reports. Also, LADWP has awarded $1.4 million for the fiscal year 2018-2019 to 24 nonprofit organizations to develop and implement programs focused on and improving energy efficiency and water conservation throughout Los Angeles. Now, in this round of funding, LADWP's Community Partnership Outreach Grants Program awarded a grant to Owens Valley-based nonprofit organization High Sierra Energy Foundation. Now, in addition to the Owens Valley grantee, grants were awarded in each of Los Angeles City's 15 council districts. Now, through its grant award, first-time Owens Valley grantee High Sierra Energy Foundation will provide information to Owens Valley customers about LADWP programs, incentives, and rebates with specific attention to the region's tribal and low-income communities. Grant will also support the installation of a weather station in the Bishop City Park that will gather up-to-date weather information for weather forecasts that may help promote more informed use of air conditioning or heating systems that can lead to energy conservation. Said Pam Bold, High Sierra Energy Foundation Executive Director, the High Sierra Energy Foundation's goal is to inform individuals on the benefits of energy efficiency, and this grant will help us reach many more LADWP customers who can benefit from ways to lower their electric bills while also helping the environment. Full press release is posted on our website, sierrawave.net. All right, well, a great family event taking place this Saturday at Mammoth Mountain. Yes, it's the Night of Lights. Great holiday event, Canyon Lodge, this Saturday, December 15th. The On Snow family activities kick off at 5 p.m. The light show, fireworks spectacular, and man, is it spectacular, at 6:45 p.m. Now, Mammoth Mountain notes that due to the popularity of this event, you should probably arrive by, if not before, 5:30 p.m. On-site parking at Canyon, limited, but there are several free transportation options to Canyon Lodge available. The Village Gondola will be running until 10 p.m. Love being on that Village Gondola. The night trolley, even more fun, offering normal service pickups every 20 minutes between 5:40 and 2 a.m. A special event shuttle will run from 5 to 10 p.m. They're going to be stopping at Mammoth High School, big parking lot there. Eagle Lodge, Juniper Springs, and the Village, parking again available at each location. It's a wonderful family event. Looks like the weather should hold for us pretty nice. More information on the Mammoth Mountain Night of Lights this Saturday at Canyon Lodge. You can go to mammothmountain.com. We'll be back with more news.